Here we're going to talk about rounding. And so in order to do rounding, you first need to understand the position of each digit relative to the decimal point, because the question will be like round to the nearest tenth, round to the nearest hundred, or something like that. So you need to understand, we have this number, 1,234,567.8091. You need to know which position each digit is in. And this is going to be universal regardless of what number we have up here. The first position to the left of the decimal point is the ones. Then it's the tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. Then it will go on to 10 millions, 100 millions, etc. So this side of the decimal point is actually pretty easy, because as long as you can remember, this is the ones, which if you think of the number 1, there's only one digit, so it's the first place. So 1 is one digit, so the ones is the first place. 10, there's two digits, so the tens is going to correspond to the second place to the left of the decimal. 100 has three digits, so 1, 2, 3. Hundreds is going to be the third place to the left of the decimal. So this side of the decimal should be pretty intuitive, as long as you know hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, etc. When we get to the right hand side of the decimal, it's not quite the same. You'll see there's no ones here. This is the tenths, and these are the same kind of words, except they have THS on the end instead of just your normal S. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, then there will be 100,000ths, etc. So how you can think about this is the tenths here. Remember, we said 10 has two digits, so it's the second digit to the left, but here it's the first. So here it's 2, subtract 1 on the right hand side, and that's where the tenths is. The hundredths is the third position here, subtract 1, it's going to be the second position on the right hand side. The thousandths is the fourth position here on the right hand side, it's going to be the third position. So if you can make that correlation or just memorize this outright, either way is fine. So a rounding problem, they might say round 6,725 to the nearest 100. Well, the nearest 100, remember, there's three digits in 100, so it's the third digit to the left of the decimal. Theoretically, this has a decimal place right there. So this 7 is in the hundreds position. To round to that position, we need to round this number. This is very simple. All you do is look to the right of that number. If it is 5 or greater, you round this number up. If it is less than 5, you round it down. Since 2 is less than 5, the answer to that question is 6,700. So since it was, well, you don't round it down, you just leave it. So since the 2 is less than 5, it's rounded to 6,700. You just replace anything to the right of that number, you just replace that with zeros. If we had 526,982, and we said round to the nearest 1,000. Again, the thousandths is the fourth place. So we go over 4. This is 1,000. And the 6. So we look to the right. There's a 9. That is greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to increase this number. 527,000. And then we just replace zeros with the rest of the digits. So you just look to the right. You need to find the place that it's asking for. Look to the number to the right. Just the first number. You don't have to look at any of the numbers past it. Just the first number. If it's 5 or greater, you're going to add 1 to this digit. If it's less than 5, you just keep it the same. So now it's the same thing when we get on the other side of the decimal. So let's say we had 2.67, and you're going to round to the nearest tenth. Okay? So the tenths, remember, is this place here. It's 1 past the decimal. So that's this digit. So we're going to either keep or change this digit in the tenths position because that's what we're rounding to. So we look 1 digit over, it's a 7. That's greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to round this up. 2.7 or 2.70, doesn't matter. You can leave the 0 on there or not. If we have 67.83296, round to the nearest thousandths. That's this position, third position. 1, 2, 3. That's the 2. You look to the right, it's a 9. So we know we're going to make this, we're going to add 1 to that. So that's the answer.